What's going on, guys? It's Steve. So Kevin Durant went down with an hyperextended knee last night against the Washington Wizards. Now, before we start, I would like to say that was a big win by the Washington Wizards. A huge win. Now, there's something very strange that just happened, by the way. Matt Barnes just signed to the Golden State Warriors, which gives them even more depth and veteran experience. But Kevin Durant out, and this is tough news, man. This is very tough news because a hyperextended knee can last you 5-6 weeks. It can last you 2-3 months, depending on how bad it is. But when you're long and lengthy, like Kevin Durant, and athletic like he is, and running up and down like he is, you're prone to injuries. Okay, this is why I'm worried about Kristaps Porzingis. This is why Yao Ming's career got shortened. This is why big men just don't last a long time in general. And that was when big men were slower. Add the more athletic, bigger people like your Kevin Durant, your Kristaps Porzingises, and what do you get? A ton of injuries. So he hyperextended his knee. I don't know. They're awaiting an MRI result. Really, the Golden State Warriors came out and said they're fearful that he might be out for months, which is the worst timing to go down with an injury. Because if you think about it, if he goes down for months, the next month is the first round of the NBA playoffs. They didn't just say a month, they said months. Remember I said it could be like 1 to 2, maybe 2 to 3 months? If he's out for the totality of the Western Conference playoffs, this changes everything. Because it could be the San Antonio Spurs that make it to the finals. It could be the Houston Rockets that make it to the finals. It could be like what we saw in the 2008-2009 NBA season. We saw LeBron lead the Cleveland Cavaliers to a 66-16 win record, right? However, we saw them lose to the Orlando Magic. But what did everyone expect to see? Kobe versus LeBron, a battle for the ages. That's what we all wanted, right? We didn't get to see that. Instead, we saw Dwight Howard and Jameer Nelson, which, by the way, Dwight Howard back then was so freaking good. We saw Dwight, and he still is. We saw Dwight Howard, Jameer Nelson, Hedo Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis versus Kobe, D. Fish, Pau Gasol, and Andrew Bynum. By the way, Andrew Bynum could have had a pretty solid career if he didn't get injured while bowling. You know? So that could happen this season. For example, maybe it's not even the San Antonio Spurs that make it to the NBA Finals. What if it's the Houston Rockets led by James Harden? Now, if that happens, the Cavs will probably win in 4 or 5 games, you know, because the totality of this Cavaliers team is just a monstrosity compared to what the Houston Rockets are. You know, Houston Rockets are led by one superstar, like LeBron was led by one superstar in the 2008-2009 season. However, this time, LeBron has that full arsenal. You know, it's like LeBron, let's use this analogy. It's like LeBron is, let's say this is a very bad analogy, but let's say LeBron James is a soldier and he's fighting with the U.S. military. No one stands a chance. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. No one's going to stand a chance besides the Golden State Warriors against this team. So if Kevin Durant is out for months, like they fear, you know, because if it's weeks, not a big deal. The Warriors, they'll be fine in the regular season. They'll still have the number 1 seed. But if it's months, like everyone fears it is, after this MRI result comes out, oh boy, man. That just changes every freaking thing. Everything is changed from this point on. Because this is a guaranteed 4th NBA championship for LeBron James, if Kevin Durant's out for months. And on top of that, because the Warriors can beat, the Spurs in the best of 7 and the Rockets in the best of 7 without KD, but it's going to be extremely hard too, because again, they lost Andrew Bogut, and they lost other role players, even though they just signed Matt Barnes, and they don't have a front court. So if they face the Spurs, who knows? It might be the Spurs or the Rockets to come out. Who the hell knows? It could be the Utah Jazz for all we know, which it's not going to happen, but you just never know. So it could be any team right now. The Western Conference is up for grabs now. It just changes everything. Instead of it just being, we're definitely going to see, LeBron versus Kevin Durant, now it's, wait a minute. Are we even going to see Kevin Durant in the finals? And if he does make the final, and boy, you know what Skip Bayless is gonna say? Because Undisputed, by the way, such a good show. I love Shannon Sharp. Undisputed, they released a video, and Skip Bayless was saying LeBron's the luckiest player in NBA history because, you know, how just Darren Williams and Andrew Bogut just fall into his lap, and then all these injuries and things like this, and the Knicks not doing how they were supposed to do, and Melo not being able to challenge and things like that. But the thing that Skip is going to say the most is, look how lucky he is now with Kevin Durant going down with an injury. It's just like a ride through the NBA season and playoffs, you know. I don't know, man. It's tough news right now for the Golden State Warriors. Hopefully Kevin Durant's all right, because again, you know, you never want to see such a great player go down like that. But to be honest, I knew he was going to get injured again in his career. I didn't expect it to be at this point in time, which is terrible, but it happens, man. The Golden State Warriors just got Matt Barnes. Let's see what's next for them. It's been man Steve. I'm out. Peace.